Yo, what's up, team? I am back in the building. I got my homeboy in here with me today.
What's good, everybody? Ronin Shogun, Ninja Assassin in the building.
What up, dog?
I'm good, man.
How you doing?
Doing great as always.
You're not wonderful? No.
You know what? I could be.
Oh, man.
I am wonderful. You know what? Yeah. You know what?
It's a wonderful day.
Yeah, it is.
What was that movie? The Christmas movie? A Wonderful Life?
Yeah.
Look, Daddy, look. Every time an angel gets his wings, a bell rings.
Oh, I hate that little girl. Weak.
But anyway, word for word, that was perfect. That was spot on.
I hate, man.
Movies.
That's right. That's right. Get out my face. I hate. Anyway, we're here on episode of Retro Rewind, guys.
Oh, retro. I love retro.
If you guys don't know what Retro Rewind is, basically Retro Rewind is we talk about old films. And we talk about the good, the bad, and we just have fun with them things, man.
Sounds like my cup of tea. Break room style. Yeah.
We in the break room, man. We just not depressed after this video.
Right.
Because that means you gotta go back to work.
Right.
Yeah. And deal with customers and people.
Facts.
And no wonder robots are gonna replace us. But anyway.
Right, for real.
So anyway, but we got a special movie though, man. I like to call it special because I'm a big fan of Stephen King. Right?
Stephen King is life.
Because Stephen King ruined my childhood. Thank you, Stephen King.
Telling real
I appreciate
stories.
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
creating real
this
characters.
movie we're going to talk about is one of those that made me not disrespect my vehicle.
Okay.
You know how people just they tear their car up?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just don't give 2 cents. We talking about Christine.
Okay. Christine. That's a heavy hitter one. Yeah.
What a name though, right?
Yeah.
Christine.
John Carpenter, man. Two heavy hitting duos. It's a combination right there.
John Carpenter, and you know it's. I think this movie screams John Carpenter so much.
Yeah.
And I can imagine him reading that script and saying, "Yo, I need to do this movie."
He just wanted to do it
because
he approached it in a fun way.
Yeah, it's just
you could tell the styles all over it, and this is like peak Carpenter. This is like '80s when he was just all over the place.
Yeah, he was just doing things, man, doing things.
Creative.
But what you got? What you got?
Well, since we are talking about Stephen King, Carpenter, I kind of wanted to say like he was more of that creative where you kind of created your own rules and you kind of created your own world.
Yeah,
that was rare then.
Yeah,
and you just created your own universe and you broke the rules. You can tell like he had freedom to do whatever, and like they were experimenting and having fun.
This movie has a lot of experiments, like the car Christine. Like I'm still trying to figure out how did they like
the car's a character. Yeah,
like
it's crazy, man. Because when you think about how do you make an hour 50-minute movie about a car menacing and keeping the attention throughout, you know what I'm saying? It's not easy.
Especially the introduction of the car.
Yeah.
That right there is just something.
She's got to look beautiful, but she's got to be menacing at the same time.
So gentlemen, nowadays, ladies, if you got a girl named Christine, watch her.
Oh yeah.
So with that said, let's get into this thing, man.
Yeah, man.
Good or bad? What you want to go with?
Let's start with the bad.
Let's talk about the bad. Shogun. What we got, man? What was bad about this movie, Christine?
I will say the melodramatic acting.
What you mean, dog?
It almost felt like sort of a sitcom at times. Like they were in a different genre, and then the car had to come in and remind us that, oh yeah, this is a horror.
And Elf had to come up. Hey,
right?
Yeah.
So
I got you.
But I rode with it. It was fun. But that's probably really my only biggest complaint is probably the melodramatic acting. It was too over the top at times.
Over the top. Yeah. I agree. It felt like a lot of these actors in this movie was like, Mom, I got a big break.
Right.
It's Stephen King, John Carpenter. You know John Carpenter, right? Halloween, right? You know what's going on, right?
Yep.
So.
Yeah.
But, I get you on that. It had a lot of over dramatic scenes.
Yeah.
Overacting. But it had a lot of fun parts of that too. It goes hand in hand with each other.
Sure.
One of my dislikes of this movie, I ain't gonna lie, it's just the stupidity of people. I mean, it's one thing. It's one. You said it.
Yeah.
It's just the idea. Like, granted, I have fun with it.
Yeah.
But just stupid stuff like, you see a car chasing you and you're still running on the road.
Let's go look.
like
what year is it?
There's a car.
It's the 80s, guys.
Chasing you.
Yeah.
And might I add, because I want to say this right now, there's spoilers in this video.
Yes.
We got all in already.
Yes.
But anyway, there's a car chasing you, and instead of you like taking the high road, you're still walking and
Right.
running where he can get to you or she can get to you. Like I thought that's just dumb. I guess that's where the movie wants to go. And I never
Yeah.
read the book. I ain't gonna lie. I don't
haven't
read
either.
I don't read Stephen King books, but I do watch his movies. Shout out to visual storytelling.
Oh yeah.
But that's what I had a problem with because it made it even though you knew he was in a horror movie,
Right.
it made it a comedy.
Yeah. But it
Because
worked,
it's like,
though.
run, nigga,
Yeah.
run. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you go back a step, and then you're like, okay, well the car's gonna kill this fool. Okay,
Right.
all right.
And then it's funny because the car was actually doing some acting too. You know, revving the engine and like overfilling it with the water and stuff like. So it's showing you what it's capable of, but it still looks great and it still looks good. Like you want to drive it, but it's like, all right, now that like you said, you disrespected me. Now I'm going to show you what I can really do.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Stephen
Yeah.
King. What else you didn't like about it? Was that the only thing, just overacting?
Just that.
I think
Because everything else is, you know, for me, like with a Carpenter film, you kind of take it for what it is. Like he does things as far as like atmosphere, style, and then that widescreen shot that I love so much. That 16:9 ratio.
Yeah.
He's known for that, and he made that pop. And you can see that it's a reflection of
with headlights.
movie makers today. Like everyone's stealing that. Everyone's mimicking him.
My TV mimicked it too. It said 16. I was like, okay, whatever, I'll take it.
He uses that anamorphic widescreen, and I just think it's really effective here because he shoots very guerrilla style. You know, you don't know what's really going to happen, but he doesn't realize like he has to show you unless it's necessary.
Word.
And that's where the tension comes in because it's like, all right, I could show you a scene and not move a camera, but there's things going on, but your focus is that car. But, you know, you see the dark lights, you see the red panel background, you see the neon lights. Carpenter has this aesthetic where if I want you to focus on it, I'm going to make sure you see it.
Word.
And that's pretty cool, man.
I have one more dislike of this movie.
All right.
Why the black man got to be the first to die? He had no purpose.
Oh.
They said, all right, put the
Horror
black guy in
101, yeah.
and let him die.
The token. You have to have the token. That's what it was.
He wasn't even a character though. He was just
Yeah.
there. Like who takes a lunch break in a car
He was extra number one.
and smokes a cigarette
Right.
and then dies? Because honestly, when I first saw the movie, I was young. My dad showed me the movie. I thought his spirit embodied that car.
Oh. As in like something, like it was planned or set up.
Like
Gotcha.
like on some Chucky stuff.
Okay.
You know
that
what
would
I
have
mean?
been interesting too.
Yeah.
Like that would have been really interesting.
Yeah, that's what I thought. You know,
Yeah.
if I was to do a remake of that, I probably would have a chick named Christine die in the car, and
And she comes back as Karen. That'd be tight. There you go, John Carpenter. You're welcome.
slow down.
John Carpenter's Karen. 2020, bro.
Coming to a theater near
Right?
you.
Kathy Bates. Let's go.
I'm telling you.
Hey.
But that's
a
the
good
only thing.
idea.
That's the only thing I didn't like. You know what I mean? I get you on that. The overacting, the stupidity
That's
in
really
the film.
the overacting. That's the only.
Yeah.
Everything else is like tension and atmosphere, bro. This is a tension based movie.
But it's funny because that's the stuff we don't like, but that's the stuff that makes the movie fun.
Because we know that's kind of the trope of the era.
Yeah.
And it got so noticeable in that time that with newer movies, you kind of expect it.
Yeah.
But we critiqued it when it's done bad.
Got you.
But when it's cool and it's tasteful, it's like, all right, it's cheesy, but it worked.
It works.
You know what I'm saying? But now it's like you have to acknowledge it. If you don't, it's
Yeah.
a flaw.
You have to acknowledge it.
So it's almost kind of like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like fourth wall breaking, but being a fan and noticing it, but not wanting to see it. So it's kind of like it works in reverse.
Yeah,
somewhere.
because it's basically letting people know,
Yeah.
like, hey, even though I love this movie,
Right.
that right there
Was cheesy.
was stupid.
But we
Straight
love
up.
it though.
Straight up,
Yeah.
straight up. But what do you like about this movie besides the car being red?
Bro, I gotta go to the music, man. The
John Carpenter?
music is also a character. And that's just in Carpenter 101, man. His music are also characters because it just sets the scene. Sometimes you don't even have to see a visual. Like you can hear the tone and you can hear the melodies and visualize what he's trying to tell you. He's a storyteller with his music too, man. This
That
man
music-
could compose.
That music is killer.
Yeah.
When the car is on a killing spree, it's dope.
I have to commend him because you said it before we even started the video. His print is all over this.
It is.
That's the definition of creative control and freedom.
Yeah.
It's his vision. He is all over this. And that music is
He
fire.
read that book, or however he got
Yeah.
the information. He understood Stephen King's state of mind, and he was able to say, I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it probably wasn't even like, oh, this is the best script I've ever read. He just probably, you know what? He needed
This
a job
is
and he
fun,
can make
bro.
it work.
Yeah, this is fun.
That was it.
It's a killer car.
Yeah.
It's Transformers
I
101.
can do it. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it worked.
One shall stand, one shall fall. Then it be you, Optimus. No.
But yeah, bro, the music, like his scores kind of increased my love for like synthesizer sounds. I love the sound of a synthesizer.
I love synthesizers, man. And shout out
I
to
wanna
Regular
learn
Show.
it.
They pushed that. JG Quintel pushes that
Oh,
synthesizer.
yeah.
I love
It's
Regular
all
Show
in
for
that
that.
cartoon.
Yeah.
But
I love it.
you gotta love a great soundtrack to a fun movie, like because music carries. It's just as important, and it's visual and it's audio too, man. So it just works hand in hand.
And honestly, like, if you wanted to really like reenact this movie and get yourself what is it, 1957?
Yeah.
Was it a Cadillac, a Pontiac, or something like
Chrysler
that?
Plymouth. Yeah.
Plymouth.
Yeah.
You play that synthesizing sound and you driving and turn them headlights on.
I'm guilty, bro.
You're gonna die.
That's one of the you have to experience that, bro. Like just driving, cruise down the street or go anywhere, man. Drive to a John Carpenter score. It's liberating, bro. It is. You feel like you're in one of his movies.
You say that because, and it's true, because I remember I would walk with my headphones on and I would play like John Williams or something.
Oh yeah.
And I'll feel heroic.
Right.
Or I'll feel like I'm in Jurassic Park. Or
You're
something,
living
I'm about to die, what I
through
mean?
the music in that movie. You're reliving it.
It's
and
real spit.
It's like a visual adventure, I guess to say. And then like tracks will come up and you'll remember certain scenes. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling though, man. But like I do it all the time. Like I'll drive from work to preferably his music, and it's just like, man. And I'll think about things like, I hope he makes another movie. Like you'll hear certain scenes and you'll like pinpoint things. Like, you know what, he'll do something like this, or this could be an action movie over here.
You learn them. You learn.
You're kind of studying him.
Yeah. Let me see. What I liked about this movie, hands down, is the whole idea of the car.
Yeah.
A killer car that can rebuild itself.
That was new.
And and put it to a way where it possesses the driver, the owner of the vehicle,
Right.
to only love and care for the car.
So now it's living through the human that's behind the wheel.
And people don't understand this, but the way I see it, Stephen King was really saying women are controlling.
Interesting.
They will take you from your family.
Yeah. Happened then.
And if you
Happening now.
you do anything that pisses them off, they'll kill you and them.
Yeah, it's repercussions for sure.
And I was like, damn, it makes sense. Guys used to name their cars, well, you still do.
Yeah.
Like my car outside is called Rust Bucket, you know what I'm saying? Like, but guys name their cars after females, you know what I mean? And even their bicycles. I named my bicycle Shanti. My bicycle name was Shanti.
All right.
You know what I mean? And the idea is you take care of that car.
Yeah.
That's your number one priority. But how does a car feel when you get a family?
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
I never looked at it like that. Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, that's dope. Like, I like the way that whole setup, because it's like, so you're just going to dump me?
So you're getting Christine's point of view of life as well.
Exactly.
Of not being accepted, but being driven around all the time and then forgotten once getting out of the car. I got you.
And what I also like is the fact that he never put gas in that car.
Right? Just unlimited. That's where the power comes in.
She should have been blew up.
Oh, yeah.
That car had no gas.
Nope.
She was just driving on love.
Hormones. Bro, that's crazy.
But that's what I liked about it. Like, the whole idea of it, though, is like, yo, this is a killer car.
Yeah.
But if you treat her right, she'll love you forever. But she'll kill everybody that loves you.
So a dark love story in a sense.
Yeah.
Masquerading as a coming of age story almost.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I love that. And the whole rebuilding idea, man. That's just clever, bro.
You can't be damaged because the love is so strong.
So strong. Because remember the old dude that sold it to what's it, Arnie? Sold it to Arnie. He was like, yo, he got rid of the car or something. The car came back like a week later.
Right.
Like, what you doing, dog?
Yeah.
You just gonna dump me? And then like
And
he
that
died.
was it right there.
Like,
that was it.
She pissed him. He pissed her off, and she ended up killing him.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. I like the movie. The movie's great.
Yeah, it's fun, man.
What else you like about the film?
I like that camera work, man. That director.
He on that director stuff, bro. He on John Carpenter's head with this.
It's the aesthetics, man. I like his style, man. Like, you really learn a lot really watching him. It's film school 101 for me.
Yeah.
I can't praise him enough though.
No,
he's cool, man. Like, you really learn about still shots, not showing too much, but just enough. Because it goes back to that imagination effect. What you don't see is more worse than what anybody can show me.
Got you.
And I like that because my imagination runs wild. So he always plays on that.
It runs wild.
You know?
No, I get you on that. John Carpenter is one hell of a director, man. Writer and composer, bro. He that's what makes him good. Like he does it all.
He's well rounded.
And he understands the way to make the movie.
And he's one of those that has his name above the titles of his credits, letting you know this is mine. It's personal for him. Yeah. That's cool.
And if you treat every project you do personal, it's long lasting.
Oh yeah.
It's funny because we're talking about him, and this is a movie about Christine, but we're talking about the guy who directed it, not even the guy who wrote it. Yeah. We're talking about the guy who directed it and put his touch on it, man. He's dope, man.
He represented an era that's beloved and still talked about now, and that's why we do the retro rewind. We like the 80s stuff too. And then you can see his love and passion for automobiles and cars. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then making a car a villain. Mm-hmm. That's where the director comes in. And that's where his skills come in. Because he knows how to create tension and build tension. Yeah. And sometimes even with Christine, because it's a horror film, supernatural in a sense. But if you just look at Carpenter as a filmmaker, he can bring tension to any type of subgenre. He knows how to build suspense and then kind of give you drama and step back a little bit, give you time to breathe. So his pacing is really cool too. That's another thing that's really good with this movie is the pacing.
Pacing is you're onto something with that. Yeah. Because the pacing is really good, as a matter of fact, because it's a beat for beat movie. Because you learn about Christine in the beginning of the film, which I like. Yeah. But then you don't see her. Right. Then you learn about the new owner and how he goes through his trials and what drives him to get this car. You know, and seeing the development of the character. I think the development of the characters in this movie is really good as far as something like a horror movie. Because you got to remember, guys, back in the 80s and stuff, horror movies and thrillers and stuff, the main character stuff was there really was no concrete with them. You didn't really get them in a sense.
They just showed up and you were following them.
Yeah. Granted, they had overacting, but the concrete of the character was really solid because you're able to really identify why these things are happening. And
from both sides.
From the
car and the people.
Yeah. And seeing the transition of the character Arnie. It's really about Arnie. Like, honestly, it's about a dweeb Millhouse kid who's getting bullied. Mom and dad is on puss mode. Yeah. Lets mom do whatever she wants. She runs the house, and son wants to become his own man. Right. She won't let him.
Coming of age story.
Yep. Yeah. And what happens to a guy who when he talks back to his mother, what happens? He gets a girlfriend. Right. His girlfriend was his car. He loses virginity. Yep. Now he's throwing his dad to the wall. I'm gonna talk about that scene. Yeah. I'm gonna talk about that scene. But that's what I'm saying. And you see him. He comes back and he looks like the Fonz from a Happy Days and junk. You know what I'm saying? But it works. Yeah. It works.
It makes sense.
Anything else you liked about the movie?
What else did I like? I think I hear what I like. It's pretty simple and straightforward. This is a simple movie. It's a
simple movie.
It really is. I mean, I could say a lot more and be a fan, but you guys get it. Like, this is a simple movie.
I like the last thing that I say I like about the movie was the deaths.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Even though some of them should not have happened, right? But for the most part, they were very creative.
I was just gonna say that's where the creative comes in. Yeah,
they were very creative. Like, okay, I'm gonna sideswipe this fool.
Oh yeah.
That kind of stuff was like, yo, that's funny. Yeah. Because the deaths were funny. Like, it's a horror movie, right? But it's a horror movie that you can actually let children watch. Yeah. Like, you can watch this as a kid. Like, I'm not saying like show like a 4-year-old or something like that, but when I say kid, I'm talking about maybe like 8 and up. They can watch this with you.
That sounds about right.
And not go, oh my god, like, it's fun. Yeah. It's mild horror, mild murders.
It's introduction too.
Yeah.
It's an introduction if they were to ever get into that.
Yeah, if you want to get into this world, this is a great.
Don't
great,
throw them in there.
A great introduction horror movie.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, give them a sample.
Because it
Oh,
doesn't
you like this? Oh, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, it doesn't take too much for the mind to digest.
That's how you do it.
What's going on? You know what I mean?
That's how you introduce somebody into this subgenre. Because there's different kinds. It's not all the same.
Yeah.
It's different. There's levels to it.
Because some Stephen King stuff will F you up, like It, the original It. That would F you up as a kid.
Then you got regular dramas that he does, like, so Stephen King's he's well rounded.
He's well rounded.
But he'll give you a human story and everything that he's doing, but give you different subgenres of that coming of age story. You know what I mean?
They gotta make a movie about him. I want to see that.
Surprised that hasn't happened yet.
I want to see that.
Carpenter biopic, right? Yeah.
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 I'll watch it.
Who will play him?
But we already broke down what we liked and what we didn't like about the movie. Now let's just kind of really put our finger in the pie, bruh. Okay. My germs. What was like? All right, watching this movie, man. How can I say this? What was your favorite scenes, bro?
I think it was the car wash scene.
The car wash scene?
Yeah.
Well, break that thing down.
He realizes I forget the character's name, but what was it?
Dennis?
Yeah.
Okay.
He realizes that he's not in control of the car.
I just did a Rona Joe Genji. You saw that?
Yeah. He's trying to get out, and the windows are rolling up, and then the car is filling with water as if he's in like a swim pool or something, and then like the windshield wiper starts moving, so the car just starts going into like PMS mode, like it's just going crazy. She's like, "What you gonna do now? Because you're not getting out." So basically, tormenting him. That was tight.
You know, it's funny that because this movie's about Christine, but the situations about it, I thought was really dope. Like when Dennis found out that like, yo, the original owner's daughter died in the car, like, like I think she suffocated or something, like got choked out or something.
Giving a haunted house feel.
Yeah.
Someone died in it.
And
Car's
then,
curse. Okay.
And then Arnie has his girl, what's her name, Lee?
Yeah. And
she's like, I don't like this car, man. This car gives me a bad vibe. And it's this weird fat dude in the next car looking and stuff. And Arnie gets out the car locks, the radio turns on playing. That's one thing that's very eerie about this movie. The car only plays 50 music.
Yeah.
Doesn't play nothing else but 50 music. Like,
it's in the past.
Like, yo, like what radio station is this? Like, this car has powers, bro. Supernatural.
And it lets you know that the car loves things from, way back. Yeah.
That's why he started dressing like he was in the Fonz and stuff.
And that was when the car was created in the 50s too. So.
And then how she started choking.
Yeah.
On some random shit. She didn't eat nothing.
Right.
It's like the car was just like choking her soul out.
Crazy.
And then old dude gets out the car and and gets her out and everything. And she's like, I don't want to be in this car no more. But she loved Arnie.
Right.
That was crazy. Like, she was like the flyest girl in the school. And she went with the dweebiest one, man.
The same way he loved Christine. It's crazy.
It's crazy, right? It was like she really wanted him and he wanted the car.
Right.
And I think it's something about the car, man. But it's funny though when you watch it. When you watch this movie, the scenes like the bullying, right? Bullying is like it's not gonna ever go anywhere.
Right.
It's a character named Buddy. I call him the bootleg John Travolta. I think John Travolta wasn't available.
Yeah.
Or he was like, I'm not doing that movie, So they get this guy named Buddy, and he has like these killer ass sideburns, like killer, and he's picking on Arnie in class, and he like stabs his lunch. This is kind of stuff I'm talking about. This is dumb to me. Like, this is the dumb stuff.
Tropes.
Like, what bully does that? Like, I can't fathom this anymore. Like, even though it's an old movie, like, why is that even written? Yeah, the bully takes his lunch sack and they torment him because he can't eat his yogurt today.
Exterior cafeteria.
Like, I don't care about this. Man, take that shit. My mama made that nasty ass lunch. No, you're gonna care about this lunch.
I think there really is no answer to it. I think it's just that they're basically showing like he think the character, the bully, whoever he is, they think that what they're doing is supposedly cool. They don't really think about it. Bullies just do things. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking in that time
he pulls a knife on him.
Yeah.
Hey.
Because it's for show. They want to be seen. I think that's the whole point. That they're not thinking. They don't believe what they're doing is dumb or stupid. They just do stuff. So I think in that regards, all right, I buy it. But I don't think bullies would do that now. Like,
it's something about Stephen King and bullies with knives. Because every movie I've seen where there's a bully.
He portrays them differently in other adaptations.
To a degree.
Those was bullies. They was throwing rocks.
Yeah, but at the same time,
They was trying to kill this.
They had knives too.
Yeah.
Buddy was trying to kill him.
But they were fighting.
But Buddy wanted to kill him too.
Yeah.
He was.
Stand by Me. Those were bullies. Yeah.
Keith Sefferlin, man.
Yeah.
but
he has different levels of it.
And then he pulls his flunkies out, right? On Arnie, right? They just torment him, and then Dennis comes to save him because Dennis is he's popular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he's like a quarterback of the football team and all that stuff like that.
Tropes.
And even he didn't have to play.
Right.
Like, he was like, man, leave him alone, man. They like, man, shut up. And you know what I mean? All that the bully stuff. And then this fat bully grabs Dennis from behind, right? And I'm like, okay, he's just going to headlock him. See, as a kid, I didn't really understand. But watching as a grown-up, I'm like, okay, this is some gay shit finna go down. So he grabs him from behind. And then he grabs his dick.
Yeah.
And he squeezes it. So I don't know what type of bullying this is, but that's gay. And then he tried to make him feel uncomfortable by letting him go and say, get out of here, dick face or dick wad. Yeah. Like, wait, you just grabbed my dick.
Right.
And then Dennis is on the ground holding his dick.
Right.
This is gay.
So for him to come back at him it was already over. It was unnecessary. So you just wanted to do something.
I laughed so hard when I saw it. I said, wait, did he just grab his dick?
He grabbed it for no reason.
For no reason.
Yeah.
Gay.
Yeah.
And that's why he died like he died. She got him right at the waist.
That was a funny death.
Why did he? All right. See, I like the movie.
That was a funny
But this is what makes stuff stupid. So the fat bully, he's running. This is what happened. The fat bully and Buddy and all them destroy Christine.
Right.
To where she's not recognizable. Right? And Arnie's like, yo, freak that. We getting revenge. And Christine's like, I think that's when she lets him know that she can come back and build herself back or something.
Right.
Right? Which I thought was a great introduction. Like, I'm here for you. Look what I can do. You know? And he's kind of like, he feeling himself like, okay, shoot, my car is like supernatural. That's what's up.
Right.
We're going to ride this sucker to hell. You know what I mean? And so she goes after the first bully because he pees inside of her.
Right.
He breaks her radio and he pees inside of her or something like that.
Because he didn't believe.
Right? Not a believer.
Yeah.
And so she goes after him. So this would make John Carpenter special in this scene because the car turns around, right, and you hear the music, so you know some shit's gonna go down. The headlights are on, they're beaming on him, and he has an opportunity to survive. So he hops over like a divider, and he keeps running. She busts a Yui. He goes back around the other divider. Like, he could have just stayed on the divider until people came and the car just goes away, right? Yeah. So he goes and runs, and he pins himself between like a wall. And Christine, being the bitch she is, she's like, nah, nigga, you ain't getting away from me this time. So she rams her frame, her body frame, and she basically tears the car up to crush him.
Right.
Now, this is where it becomes stupid to me. So this car is trying to kill you in a slow fashion.
Yeah.
So why didn't he just jump over the car and just keep it moving?
I have no idea. Oh my God.
Why are you standing there watching yourself die?
So that was a giveaway kill. Yeah.
Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, she's...
Yeah. We know what she's doing. She's tormenting you.
And he's like,
help me, somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gay.
Tropes.
He's going nowhere.
That's the tropes. Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff. It's funny, but it's stupid.
Yeah.
Because, like, why didn't you just run on top of the hood and get the hell up out of there?
Or attack it and then run away or something.
Kick her in her headlight or something. You know what I mean? That was dumb.
Right.
You got another scene? What's up?
Probably the opening scene.
What about it?
I like the setup because it was more mysterious. Really not knowing what's gonna happen. Starts off like a regular coming of age story, so it's just.
You talking about like as far as like the body shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just getting the feel for what's happening, and then the car itself, not knowing what the car is capable at this point. So the mysterious factor, just to set up.
Could you imagine?
Because it's almost like a 10, maybe 15-minute origin. You learn everything you need to know right then and there.
Do you think they discounted that car because a black man died in it?
I don't know.
Maybe. Hey, I got a special deal for you guys. A brand new Plymouth, 1957, candy apple red. But I'm gonna give it for you, my friend. You get a discount. Why I get a discount? Because a black man died in it.
What?
or you got yourself a deal, buddy. You know what I mean? But
That was a simple sell.
like I said, I love the deaths. When she came back and she was like, I'm going to end the rest of these bullies.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope because she started chasing it was a car chase. So you turn the lights on behind him. He's in his Mustang. I think he had a Mustang. And he's pushing it, and she's on him. He's like trying to drift and get her. I'm like, yo, that's what make that camera shot special with Carpenter, because he's able to. You gotta remember, this is back in the 80s and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they didn't have the technology they got now, so he's actually capturing a dope car chase with the car with no one in it.
Right.
And they're trying to get away from everything like that. And what makes it this much sweeter, she's like, okay, 3 birds, 1 stone.
Right, they're all together.
They're all together now. Mm-hmm. So she tail whips. No, she goes in and she runs old boy over. He hits the thing,
crashes. She
blows the body shop up. Those 2 get exploded.
Yeah.
The bootleg John Travolta, he's running. This is also stupid. So you're running on a straight path and letting her just gradually catch you. And then she runs him over and he's just in flames, engulfed.
Yeah. That was predictable.
She was on a killing spree at night because when she got back, she killed the old man who was in the shop.
Right. That sold her. Yeah.
No, not that sold her. No. The one Arnie, he couldn't park his car at the house.
Oh, okay, my bad. Yeah.
So he goes up there with the gun.
Yeah.
And then he goes and sits in it and she chokes him out.
That's crazy.
She put the seat all closer and stuff. I'm like, man, this bitch is bad.
That was more. Those kills were personal, and you can see the detail.
But I don't think she really wanted to kill him. But he knew her secret.
Right.
She was like, nah, I can't. Nah, he already seen me.
It was a sense of betrayal.
Because he just saw me drive in here with nobody in.
Right.
He just pulled in like.
Oh, he's here now. All right, they're all.
What
here.
would you have done in that situation if you seen a car on fire, pull in with no driver in sight?
I'm running, no questions.
My man.
I don't know where I'm gonna run, but I'm gonna be moving.
I'm gonna be like, are you a Decepticon or an Autobot?
This is the 80s.
I am a Decepticon. All right, peace. I'm out of here. Autobot.
And then she starts saying that you got the touch. Start changing the station.
You got the touch. Dun, 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 dun.
That'd be dope.
You got the power. All right, but I really enjoyed the deaths. The very ending of the movie to me though was just the best part because, granted, Dennis and Lee was just Arnie was in the car, man. He killed himself. He died. Yeah. You know what I mean? He got ejected out of the car. Christine didn't give 2 cents about nobody. She's a bad bitch. But she knew she wanted to kill those 2. But when they finally got the drop on her and they folded her and they put her in that compactor and she couldn't rebuild herself, bruh, that lets me know that a sequel might pop up.
Yeah, it does kind of leave the idea of she could come back. But I think maybe it can come in a new form or a new body of it won't be an old Chrysler. It might be a brand new Chrysler or something. Or maybe she can reshape herself.
Ugly.
You know what I mean?
Ugly.
That would be kind of cool.
She got to be something flyer than that. If they was to do a new Christine to this day, she has to be an old school car, but she got to look flyer than it. Scratch that. Don't think about it. Should be a Tesla. Don't do it. Technology rules it all, just like Chucky.
Yeah.
Made him a freaking robot. Hey, Andy, want to play? Oh, no, I don't want to get back in that. But that's all. I really enjoyed it, man. It was fun, man.
We need more killer car movies.
Killer car movies, man.
Cool. It's a subgenre, yeah.
With actual drivers, because they can't drive out here. Yeah, it's real spit.
Just put them in like a green screen suit and have them do their...
Put them in a car.
Yeah.
Stereotype the shit out this movie.
Be dope.
Who would you pick to drive the Christine? But anyway, let's give it a grade, bro.
All right.
What do you give the Stephen King, John Carpenter film Christine?
I'll give it a B-.
B-.
Yeah, B-, man. It's a fun movie. It's got rewatchability. It's really well directed. It's got some good kills. It's just a fun, good time. And good introduction. If you've never seen these kind of movies or are interested in that, this is something to watch, man. And if you're new to John Carpenter, this is one to check out too. This is one of his more fun, obscure movies.
Right. I enjoy Christine. I love the movie. I go back and watch it. It has good rewatchable value. It's one of those, it's a Halloween flick. You can watch it for Halloween if you want, or you can just watch it on a normal day. it has a great Saturday afternoon vibe to it. Like, you know, I'm at home, there's nothing to do, my feet hurt, I got a broken foot, I'm broke, I'm gonna watch Christine, right? And you can fall asleep and wake up and get right to the good stuff.
Yeah.
But my grade's a little lower. I'm gonna just give it a C.
Okay.
C for Catwoman. It's really good because it's just a straight up cult classic type of movie. It's nothing too good, nothing too bad. Over exaggerating acting, but at the same time it makes sense. It's funny. You can laugh.
Yeah.
You can have fun with it. And then if you like classic cars, you really gonna love watching it because you get it. It's like you get a chance to see. You can get your heart broken because you see them destroy the car, but you also see the car come back. It's like, oh my God, oh, how did you do? Oh, she's back.
Best of both worlds.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you can really enjoy it. I had a lot of fun with it, but it's a C movie. It's just there's nothing really besides the directing that can actually give this movie. Like if you used to say directing wise, I would say Carpenter really did a great job because the deaths, the chase scenes, the rebuilding of the car, that kind of stuff. And that time, that's A quality.
Yeah, for sure.
That's A quality.
Practical's a thing.
Practical effects was like, yo,
we preach that. Like we have to believe it.
like she redented herself. Like she popped the dents out. Like to do that on screen, like that's
wild.
amazing.
Yeah,
that's amazing. I wonder how many cars they went through.
Who knows? Like probably 15, 20. Who knows?
They probably a grip, man.
Small budget too.
Because they probably chose that car because that car probably didn't sell well.
Makes sense.
And then they had a bunch of just at a lot.
Well,
Come and get your Plymouth, 1957.
That's always the thing, though. The low budget aesthetics, you always had to be creative when you had less money. That was the thing that made them even better. It's like, all right, well, let's try this. Let's see if we can do this. So you had to kind of think on your feet.
Yeah.
You know, and then you had less days to shoot. And, you know, low budget was a little different. You had to be creative. You were forced in that position. Yeah.
But that's Retro Rewind, y'all.
Heck yeah.
We rewind the tape. Be kind, rewind. That movie was tight.
I love that movie.
That movie was tight.
Yeah, underrated.
We got, that might be a Retro Rewind episode.
Retro Rewind,
man.
yes.
You know what I mean? But that was Christine, y'all. If you guys haven't seen it, go watch it. Enjoy it.
Definitely.
Great Saturday afternoon movie. You could watch it with your girl or something like that. If you just want to just put something on. You know, it's a great Netflix and chill type of film.
It's on 4K Blu-ray now too. Finally.
Yep.
Definitely.
Sure
so
is.
you want to watch it in high quality, man? Get that too.
Yeah.
You know.
But I want to thank my boy Ronan for coming through.
Always, man.
And I'm J3. If you guys new to the channel, go ahead and push that subscribe button. Thumbs this video up. Do not forget to share Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. And that's it, y'all. We out.